Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today, as promised, we're going to take a look at two of the top new meta golem decks inside the game. Now, why do I say new meta? It's because recently we've seen a shift away from the elixir pump, which was a staple of basically every golem deck in the game. And it's been replaced with either rocket or a different spell because, let's face it, you can get more versatility out of these spells. Now, I have two pros helping me for this video. I have Royale. You guys know Royale. He's a leader of Romanian warlords. He is the guy who, famously, notoriously, kind of egged out the middle finger from Suarez in CCGS spring season back in 2017. Anyway, he's back with me on the channel. He's been on the channel a few times here. We also have No Candy, Only Wi-Fi. He's a member of the non-meta Musketeers and just a really good player. So these are the two decks that we're going to be covering today. This is the first one. I like this deck more on ladder. It's a 3-spell deck, as you can see, and it has guards in it. I think that guards are probably one of the best cards in the game right now, maybe even underutilized. Of course, that is a little bit level dependent, being that they're an epic card, but I think that guards right now, especially with princes out of control everywhere, I think it's just in bridge spam back in the meta with Bandit, Battle Ram, and all that crap they're throwing at you at the bridge, right? You gotta have those guards ready. Great card. If you're struggling with the current meta, no matter what deck you're running, I would actually consider adding guards into it. So this is the other deck here. This is going to be the no candy deck, and you guys can see it's a solid deck. It has the Goblin Hut, the OP Goblin Hut, and 2 legendary cards. So that's more of a challenge deck, and we're going to show you the replays to reflect where these decks shine. So No Candy's going to be doing a grand challenge. We'll watch the last few wins there, try to tease out his strategy, tips, and how he plays the deck. But we're going to start out with a match against who other than the Surgical Goblin. Poor Surge. I feel like we've been showing a lot of replays against him losing on ladder. It's almost like a staple, a stamp of approval, excuse me, on the deck if you can beat Surgical with it. Like, okay, I'll try it out, right? So anyway, Royale does start out here by just waiting out his opponent. That's something you'll see him do in most of these matches. He doesn't want to make the first move. It's an awkward deck to make the first move in. There's no elixir pump, so obviously if the opponent drops a pump of their own, you can rocket it, and hey, even better if they put it near their princess tower, right? Getting tremendous value out of it. So here we go. We're going to let that hog come down, tornado it, and activate the tower. So Surgical Goblin kind of probably already knows what deck he's playing here, going against Beatdown. So he's going to be trying to apply a lot of pressure once Royale starts dropping that Golem. Now, one thing about Royale is, with this deck, on all his replays, I won't be showing you all of them today, but on all the replays, I noticed that he never plays the Golem in the first 2 minutes. So it's funny, you see like 2 different variety of Golem players. I remember I had somebody on the channel quite a while back now. I forgot who it was exactly who said it, but either way, they said that, you know what, one common mistake with Golem players is not playing the Golem in single elixir time, not putting that pressure on early on. I was kind of raising an eyebrow to that because I had always heard that, you know, ideally, you want to mitigate the damage against your towers, and then in double elixir time, you can put the pedal to the metal and start dropping your Golem. And that's how Royale plays the deck, so that's how I would go ahead and advise you guys play it as well. So Surgical drops the Executioner behind the King Tower there, knowing that the rocket wasn't in cycle. Now it is. He cycled to it with that Dark Prince, but there's not enough time to hit both the tower and the Executioner. So a good Executioner by Surgical Goblin. He's getting ready for a hog push here. So he's a Knight Executioner. He's going to send in the hog. Let's see how Royale handles this. Well, the problem is with Royale's deck is it's great against hog decks. It's great against a lot of decks. Frankly, now that you have that rocket in there, you can even shut down 3 Musketeer decks. You have Tornado, you have Log, and you have the rockets. So just a lot of tools at your disposal. This deck is great. I don't need to tell you guys this. It's great against 3 Musketeer decks, because 3 Musketeer decks are an issue at times, especially when you can't NATO them all together, playing the classic Golem Double Prince deck. This deck much better because you can just drop down a rocket if they drop those 3 Musketeers in the middle on your Golem push, no big deal. Speaking of dropping down that rocket, we're not afraid to make a negative elixir trade, taking out the Executioner. Obviously, Royale knows that the Executioner is the main kind of spearhead of Surgical Goblin's defensive forces, so he's not afraid to take that -1 trade and use the rocket against the Executioner every time, because think about it, without that Executioner NATO combo, Surgical Goblin's deck suddenly becomes a lot less scary defensively. So here we go, reloading again with the Golem here. Now we're already into overtime, so Royale needs to make something happen here, or Surgical does, right? I mean, both of the towers seem to have a lot of hit points left. Of course, with the Golem deck, guys, You know, one solid push could indeed finish the match. I don't think he gets it on this push, though. Let's see how Surgical handles this. This is going to be a rocket against that Executioner. Surgical had the Tornado selected there, but he ends up losing his Executioner. He waits a moment, uses the Tornado. He's trying to freeze everything here, but look at this. Dark Prince gets to the tower. This is going to be GG here. The Dark Prince just takes care, along with the Baby Dragon, of those guards, melts them away, and pulls out the victory there. So really well played there by Royale. I got to ask you guys, is Golem too strong right now? Is Golem too strong in the meta? I don't know. I mean, there's no doubt about it that Golem seems to be just as strong, if not stronger, than it ever has been in the last 2 years of Clash Royale, at least to my knowledge, right? I mean, I guess maybe the one exception was right after the release, the introduction of Night Witch, right? When Golem decks were absolutely crazy, but that was mainly a symptom of the Night Witch being so strong, less the Golem being like super OP. But for whatever reason, Golem decks are super strong right now, and I don't know if the Golem needs a nerf or if it just needs to be a little bit of a meta shift. Either way, P.E.K.K.A is really popular too, so it's not like counter decks. Anyway, speaking of P.E.K.K.A decks, let's just go to this next match here. Darklight is playing a P.E.K.K.A bridge spam deck. So this deck is like basically cater-made to counter Royale's deck. So we're going to see how Royale handles this. What do you do when your opponent has bridge spam plus E-Wiz and P.E.K.K.A? That's very difficult to break through if you're Royale. We'll see how he does it here. Of course, again, a key part of the strategy is going to be kind of limiting the damage here as much as possible. That was not a good example of it, right? Probably a poor Tornado there by Royale. Trying to kind of pull everything, maybe to activate the King Tower, or maybe just to get it in the Baby Dragon's kind of range. But either way, he takes a lot of damage on his right tower. I'm sure he wasn't happy about that, but he's going to bounce back in a big way. So again, we're kind of biding time at this point till double elixir time, right? And then once we get to double elixir, we'll be able to, again, go full force with the Golem and start reloading with the Golem in the back there. So here we go. It's going to be an E-Wiz against this Mega Minion, and it looks like he's probably going to go ahead and start spamming the bridge a little bit here. He is. Dark Prince, Battle Ram, and an E-Wiz all going down that lane, but Guards and Dark Prince on defense for Royale actually do a really good job here, guys. He's able to cycle back to Baby Dragon as well, and again, he takes a little bit of damage on this tower, but it could have been much worse. So here we go again, just kind of 10 seconds left till double elixir time, right? So now you can see Royale has that Golem selected. Is he going to play it? I think he is, because obviously we're here. It's time to go. So of course, oh, a little bridge spam coming in first. Is he going to block with the Golem? He is. So a good Golem block there. He knows he has the 3 elixir advantage because the opponent dropped the bandit there. So let's see how he handles this. So when you're a Golem player going into a P.E.K.K.A E-Wiz, what do you do? Well, I'll tell you what you do. The first thing you want to do is Tornado. You want to Tornado the P.E.K.K.A to be behind the Golem, not in front of it. In other words, you need to let your supporting troops to quickly bleed through that P.E.K.K.A, take her out, and then hopefully you have Golemites surviving, and then you can get to the tower that way. So that's how you beat a Golem, a P.E.K.K.A when you're playing a Golem deck. So here we go again. Let's see. This time it didn't work out that great for him, but again, we're going to go into not double elixir time. I'm already there, dude. Sudden death overtime. There we go. So here's the Golem, drop behind the tower. We're going to run into that P.E.K.K.A about the bridge, so let's see how we handle it here. So, of course, we only have one really big point defense in this deck. I guess we have 2, but let's see how we handle it. Here comes the NATO, pulling everything behind that Golem. Didn't quite catch the P.E.K.K.A, unfortunately. Either way, we're going to keep supporting that Golem there. Need to get that P.E.K.K.A down, and the opponent's Darklight able to cycle back to another P.E.K.K.A. So that was kind of unfortunate, but look at all the units we still have left here. We had 2 Mega Minions, we had a Baby Dragon, and he's forced to use a Dark Prince there on offense. Now with 30 seconds left, here we go. It's a Golem, Baby Dragon, Dark Prince in the right lane against an E-Wiz. We're going to melt through that E-Wiz, not a big deal. We're going to keep supporting this Golem push, and here it comes, guys. This is going to be the big one here. Only 15 seconds or so left in this match. Golem gets to the tower, and here comes Royale kind of laying on the BM, which he's known to do. Let's all do it together. Okay, kidding. Family friendly, advertiser friendly show here, guys. All right, so here we go. that was the ladder deck. Wishing you guys a lot of success with that deck. It's a super solid deck, and let's go ahead and take a look at the other one here. Again, shout out to No Candy Only Wi-Fi. He is a member of the Non-Meta Musketeers, which is KOJ's clan. He tried out, he joined it, and it's really cool. He's coming from Sandstorm previously. So here we go. It's No Candy Only Wi-Fi. Love that name. And let's see the matchups here. I do want to show this one against Ricky, and I want to show the 12 win. So start out with the 12 win here against Dewey Poseidon from VN Champions, a really good clan. So here we go. It's gonna, No Candy's obviously always gonna want to start out with a Goblin Hut in these matchups. So Goblin Hut perfect placement, that's gonna set the table for the rest of the match here. Now with this deck, it's a little bit different, right? Because we're gonna be focusing mainly on tournament level standard. So that means you have basically 4 minutes to play after double elixir time. So again, the theme of this deck is gonna be very similar. You defend pretty well, and then you can start taking damage and try to convert it into one big push. Now, if you lose a tower with either of these decks, just with any Golem deck, guys, it's no reason to panic, right? You're not going to necessarily lose the game. Oftentimes, when I'm playing Golem decks on ladder, I'll lose a tower early and I'll still come away with a victory. But it's a little bit more difficult to make a big comeback when you don't have that elixir pump in some circumstances. Why do I say that? And you can see No Candy almost loses that right tower right there. So it's more difficult because you're not able to get that huge elixir advantage with pumps early on and then try to cash that in and convert it into a monster push. So you have to be a little bit more creative at times. Of course, in other times, like against Three Musketeers or any kind of anything that you can use Rocket on to get value, you'll be in a way better situation. You'll be able to get amazing positive elixir trades on a Rocket for 3M, for example, for +3 elixir. So you like that quick math there? +3 elixir. Whoa, whoa. No calculator needed, guys. So here we go. It's No Candy dropping another Goblin Hut here. Now, he's not panicking. He does get he baits out a poison from the opponent here. Is he going to give up this right tower here to the Bandit? It looks like he is. And this is going to allow her to get a lot of damage onto the Goblin Hut as well, though. So at this point in this 12 win here, you know, No Candy's going to need something big, and here it comes. It's going to be spearheaded by the Golem behind the King Tower here. So here comes the Golem, left lane. We have a Night Witch behind. We're getting ready to drop the Flying Machine. Flying Machine, just such a strong card. I say that every video that I share a Flying Machine deck, but here's what we're going to do here, guys. We're going to lightly defend against the King Tower. Obviously, we need to answer all this. We use Lumberjack, who's absolutely a beast. I want you to watch a Lumberjack. I'm not sure if it's this match or the one afterwards, but you're going to see the best OP Lumberjack that you've seen in a long time here. So it is this match. Check this out. He's going to play Lumberjack, I believe, next. So here's the Lumberjack. He just got dropped in the pocket. First, he's going to start out by taking care of that Battle Ram. So no big deal, Battle Ram down. Now he's going to take care of the Dark Prince. Okay, Dark Prince down. Okay, now he's going to go over there. Oh, you know what? I'll take care of this Ice Golem. No big deal. Ice Golem down. Okay, now I'll get the final swing on that Princess Tower. Sure, no big deal. Oh, I'll run to him. I mean, he lasted forever with just a sliver of health there. This goes to show you the power of the Lumberjack, whose Supercell keeps buffing. It's insane, and we come away with the victory there. 2-1 victory. Very well played there by No Candy, really converting. And you know what's a good takeaway from that match, guys? It's seeing how aggressive No Candy was, and you know, he did something that, let's kind of read between the lines here on what he did, or pick apart one decision that he made there as we hop into this next match. Once he knew he had the Princess Tower down with that Golem Night Witch push, right? Remember the push that he defended lightly, his King Tower with the Lumberjack? He knew he had that tower down, and then instead of continuing to support that push and support the push and support the push, he waited till he had 8 elixir, so that way right after that tower went down, he was able to commit to dropping another Golem smack dab in the pocket against his opponent. What that did was really allow him to put incredible pressure, and you could see the opponent kind of go on their heels there. And here we go. Very early on in this match, we dropped that Golem behind in the left lane there. So that was an early Golem drop there for No Candy. I was too busy blabbing to you guys to explain why he did that. So maybe you guys can go watch the replay or drop me a comment and explain why he dropped that early Golem. My guess would be that he knew he had a pretty decent elixir advantage at at that point in the match. And he does get to the tower, and you know what? Even though the opponent does have P.E.K.K.A. and have E-Wiz and all these strong counters, look at this. He's still able to get that tower down. Now, I gotta assume that the opponent overcommitted there on offense. Otherwise, we would not have been able to get that tower down. So it ended up being a very smart Golem play there for No Candy. And you can see he's actually going to get a Lumberjack to the tower there. Lumberjack, he swings so fast, guys. He got that tower down to 1684 HP. Incredible. And, you know, we're looking beautiful here. When you can get a tower lead on your opponent with a Golem deck, you're sitting pretty, guys. And that's exactly what happened here. So No Candy, again, is going to turn on the heat here and drop that Golem in the pocket. He's going to allow that Mega Minion and the Nightwish to kind of do work against that P.E.K.K.A. Of course, he still will get a lot of damage on that tower. Just having the Golem on the tower or anywhere near the tower and having it get a swing or even just dying next to the tower, you guys know it does a ton of damage. And look at that. With the Flying Machine, it's going to finish the job there. That's 2 towers down, 40 seconds left in the match. No Candy has nothing to worry about here, guys. So here it comes, Poison down. By the way, guys, before we end this video, for those of you still watching, I wanted to mention, did you see all the news coming out about the CRL, the official CCGS next season, or the big team league? It seems incredible. I'll probably be doing a standalone video just talking more about that. I can't wait to cover that league. And yeah, there's a lot of exciting things going on, around that league, and everybody has a shot to play in. It's really crazy. So I'll include a link to the tweet in this video that Clash Royale put out with more information. You can see No Candy wraps up this video with a 3 crown. Best of luck with these Golem deck, guys. I wish you a ton of success, whether on ladder or in challenges. These are my 2 favorite Golem decks in the meta right now. Want to thank my pros, No Candy and Royale. Make sure you check out them in the description below, as well as my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Huge shout out to Bren Chong. Check out his information in the description as well, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for 500K subscribers. Means the world to me, guys. So thank you, and as always, take care, guys.